Welcome back to the channel. If you're considering getting a sporty luxury sedan, this might be the car for you. Today we got Marty with us, and he has his Alfa Romeo Giulia. How long you have this for?
About 6 months.
6 months. All right. And why did you choose the Alfa Romeo?
I went from a truck to a car, so I wanted a car that was good on gas, and I went from like a big manly type truck, so I wanted to get like the coolest small. Well, like, if I were to get a small car, I wanted to get the coolest one I could find.
Yeah.
The dealership I went to, this one had really good leasing rates.
Okay.
Basically, I test drove it and I had to have it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
The design is subjective, but most people say this is a really beautiful car. You know, the design, the proportions.
Where Alfa is trying to get their cars more in America, so they're offering really cheap leasing deals. So like if your audience is listening and watching this, if you go to your local dealership, there's probably only one Alfa Romeo dealership within like 30 miles. And they got really, I mean, they're trying to get them on the road.
Yeah. If you're looking for a good leasing deal, you may want to consider checking out Alfa Romeos. All right, so this is obviously a sporty sedan, and you have the all-wheel drive version.
Yep.
All right, and this is, you know, the heart of the machine. You have the turbo 4-cylinder with 280 horsepower powers, and I think it's roughly like 300 pounds of torque. That kicks in at 2,000 RPM. So, from your experience, you know, I know they have a bigger engine, of course, a V6, but from your experience, like as far as like the sportiness, do you feel like this engine is sufficient?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of horsepower for a really light, small car.
Right.
And I think from it being so small, the torque really gives it a. I mean, it's fun to drive.
Yeah.
It's like driving a really big go-kart.
Right.
That's a lot faster than a go-kart.
You know, as far as reliability, it's hard to tell because it's a new car.
Mm-hmm. Again, that's why I leased, because even like the oil changes are like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And all of that's covered. So like any Italian problems that happen, I just drop it off and they give me a new one.
Yeah. So that may be something to consider.
Yeah.
You know, because at least in the past, Alfas didn't have the best reliability rating. For those that enjoy work on your own car, as you can see, that there is room to work. I
recommend that you put in high tests, which I didn't really factor into my gas savings. So
that's the thing you have to factor in as well. I have to recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the trunk, it is pretty deep. I don't know how.
It goes.
Yeah, it goes there. And you can put the seats down.
Yep. And I have my own battery charger.
Yes, I mean, I think, you know, for people that want a sporty vehicle, but you still have decent practicality. Yeah. Like you can fit 2 suitcases, you know, at least one big one. You can fit your stuff for, you know, daily errands, and, you know, plus you have the sportiness, I think, which is a big plus if if you're looking for like a sporty sedan. And the opening is not bad.
And it comes all the way open by itself when you press the button.
There you go.
There you go.
So if you have 2 kids, and I'm 5'7", and that's where you keep your seat normally, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can sit 3 here.
Yeah.
But if you're taller, because it's it's a little slanted roofline because it has that sporty design. But I mean, for if you have 2 kids, it's doable. Like, it's totally fine. I think if you have 4 large adults, it's going to be tight back here. But I mean, most people that buy this car is probably not buying as their main family vehicle.
Right.
I'll take a look at the driving. So what do you think about the driving? I mean, this is a driver's car.
The driver's seat is absolutely comfortable. It's for the driver. If you're by yourself, this is the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you sit kind of fairly low. It's nice, sporty leather steering wheel.
All right. So the start and stops on the steering wheel.
Computers. If you look at a Tesla, it's less about the many moving parts of the Rust Belt supply chain, like.
And it's got a stock short shifter.
Battery technology and the inputs.
So
What does that
Let's
mean?
see if Bobby can figure out how to put it in gear.
All right. First, let me try and figure out the AC because it's hot.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Oh, right there in the middle. That's the AC. Okay, it reminds me of BMW. So you have park. Assuming that reverse is up, neutral is right there, and drive is go back one.
Let's drive.
Okay.
No, hit. You got the thing in. Press it forward for reverse. Say you're in reverse.
So it's okay. Yeah, like the backup camera. Put the seat up a little bit. I mean, it definitely. The steering wheel is.
Yeah, it's like
sporty.
a little race car.
Yeah.
And it's 8-speed.
8-speed automatic. So this revs to 5.5. It's a turbo, so that makes sense. The rev. So I mean, like, you know, when you drive, first impression, of course, like we're just cruising in the parking lot. It's quiet. The seat is comfortable. We're up a little bit. I love how low you sit in this thing. It's easy to navigate and learn and utilize.
The cool thing is the volume dials on the side, so you can do, like, instead of like looking at it and turning it, you can. I like it. It took a little while to get used to though.
Just a little to it.
Feel the drive.
Yeah, that moves. So we just pushed her a little bit.
And you can feel it. See how it's in the drive?
Yeah.
It's a lot jerkier.
Yeah.
It's a lot more responsive.
And you can feel the torque too, like it kicks in early. Like I didn't notice the turbo lag. Oh, it's in, what is it now?
It's in the drive.
Oh, so it's really
sensitive.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and we went with a couple speed bumps. I mean, it's not very, it's not too stiff at all, I think. The Apple CarPlay.
Yep.
And Android and all that.
Yep.
So everything like you expect in a car, in a modern car, it has.
Yeah, like all that.
And then it has like this kind of.
Now this is maybe your question. Me and my girl were arguing. She said this is plastic. I said, baby, this is an Alfa Romeo. That's not plastic. What kind of wood is it? Wood? It's not wood grain.
Let me see. Put the camera down now.
We having a big fight. So if anybody on YouTube knows for a fact, I said it's teak just because teak's expensive, and I thought that would be cool. And I tell everybody I have teak in my car.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
This is definitely plastic.
Yeah.
And this is like more soft.
I said, baby, this is not plastic. This is an Alfa Romeo. This is not a freaking Toyota Camry. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to put plastic on. I mean, obviously, it's something special. I don't think it's wood, though.
What I did read, though, and you know, they put their money into design, engine, and suspension. Like where they held back with was on the interior. And I think, you know, this right here is some sort of plastic, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's important to you, then the other cars that have like a more upscale interior, like this, I think is sporty. I like it. You know, I like that it's physical buttons along with the touch. Is it touchscreen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of physical button. That you still have.
And you
buttons.
you can physical button here.
And there too.
Or tap it.
Right. I don't know. But you do have the Italian colors right here.
And the logo is pretty cool because the serpent, I guess, is green, so it looks cool on the hood with the white.
Again, if you're looking for like a sporty sedan, I think they have a different philosophy.
And like, I mean, I've been at 7-Eleven more than one time, and like people come up to me like, "What is that car?" Like,
right.
Which is kind of cool, and then maybe if someday it won't always be like that, but definitely if you get one of these, people will always ask you what it is.
Right.